Woohoo! Welcome back to the Joyful Finding Show. Thank you guys for joining me today on this beautiful April 8th of 2020. How are you guys doing out there in isolation land? I can tell you I'm going a little stir crazy, but it's okay. I go outside, I walk a little bit, I get outside and do some stuff outside. Don't stay in the house so much. I feel like we're all going through a lot of transitions while we're in this space today. And while we've been in this space, that's happening now in our lives, right? So with everything that's going on, I hope you guys are taking care of yourself. You're keeping your thoughts positive, staying out of fear, right? I feel like fear is going to be one of those things that we talk about a lot today because there's so much fear going on out there. Oh my God, if I see any more fear, it's just like, it feels like it's suffocating me, right? It's falling down on me. But it may be falling down on some of you guys too. Let's push the fear out of the way. We're supposed to be seeing things the way we want to see them, and fear controls us, right? Fear takes the reins and goes, oh, let's go this way and that way. And they don't want you to have fear anymore. Your angels, your guides, your loved ones, your ascended master, God, every one of them do not want you to have fear anymore. So drop whatever fears you have and release it. And I got lots of goosebumps going on today. So the energy is strong. Allow the energy to flow to you. Allow this heat and this energy to dissipate whatever no longer serves you so that you're standing in your highest and best space. So again, thank you all for joining me today. I am so happy that you guys could be here. If you guys have any questions today, make sure to drop them in the little chat box on the side there. And I will get to them. But I appreciate each and every one of you being here today and being a part of this show and being a part of my life, this life, our life. There's so much going on out there. Again, a fear, right? They want me to bring that up one more time. Fear, we have to release that because I feel that in my heart chakra. I feel that in my solar plex a little bit. And they really want us to release that so the energy flows all the way through us, all the way through our feet, down into Mother Earth. We have this beautiful connection. It's very much important that we have this connection all the time right now. So please, please, please feel the connection and get into that groove of that connection for yourself. It feels good. There may be things coming up in your life that are having to be dealt with and put away or taken care of. This is good because anything that's coming up right now is coming up to be cleared. So all the things that are being cleared right now is lightening the weight that you carry on your shoulders. So this is fantastic news, right? So you guys are doing fantastic out there. I feel like you guys are sitting there taking care of yourself. You guys are dreaming up what you'd like to do next once we are open to roam around again. And all that stuff. And I feel like you guys are connecting in with your angels and guides more. I feel like your intuition is kicked into high gear. I feel like your chakras are being all powered up. I feel like there's little power systems going on there. So what are you guys feeling out there? I'm interested to see what you guys are feeling, thinking, and all that fun stuff. And I'll have to share with you. So I got a little nervous last night. This is why I have to bring up the fear. Because last night I ended up with a fever. I was running a fever about 101. And let me tell you, through the night, I sweat whatever that was out. And this morning, I woke up and I had a normal temperature. I felt right again. And, you know, I run hot anyways because all the energy that I'm pushing and stuff. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But I don't have anything else going on at all. You know what I mean? It was just a fever. I didn't have a cough. I didn't have anything else. And it was just like, give your body the fluids it needs and to wash that stuff out. So I just thought I'd share my own personal stuff because, you know, we have to start sharing more of our stuff. We usually like to try to be like very quiet about things that are going on in our lives, and we're not supposed to share those things. But you know what? We're supposed to be sharing with each other now. We're supposed to be sharing. I love this. So you guys share. Linnell, good morning, honey, or afternoon. It's afternoon now. I keep forgetting what day or time it is. It's blur day and it's blow time. I don't know what time it is. Good day to all. A big happy birthday to my daughter, Tanner Marie. She's 26 years old. Well, happy birthday to your daughter. She's another Aries baby. Aries, fire, right? So again, why would I be not feeling fire, right? I'm a fire sign. And we just went through a full moon and my son's birthday was yesterday. He just turned 16. So it could be a lot of that. I could be burning up a lot of old stuff, right? So what do you guys got going on? Oh, yay. Happy birthday, Luz. Your birthday was yesterday. That's awesome. Yay. say happy birthday to all the Aries people out there that are clicking in today or tapping in today. Very important. You're very welcome. Amanda says, I have been struggling to figure out what day it is all day. Then my show reminder comes on and I remembered it was Wednesday. Good thing for those reminders, right? I have to put everything in my calendar in my phone now, just so it gives me that 30-minute or 15 minutes before something has to happen. And I go, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be doing that. So you're not alone, Amanda. We're all doing it. Oh, no way. Linnell says, other daughter turned 28 on the last new moon, both Aries. Fantastic. You got some fire babies. Woohoo. Amy says, me too. When I woke up, I didn't know if it was Wednesday or Thursday. I never know what day it is anymore. It's blur day. It's today. It's today. Whatever today is, it's today. It is right now. Woo, we got tons of Aries going on out there. Woo-hoo. And yes, I'm a Leo goddess. We got more fire going on. That's awesome. I love Leos. My boyfriend's a Leo. And I've actually had lots of Leo boyfriends, if I think about it. So we connect. So you're one of my. So what else do you guys have going on out there? I can't sit still. The energy is like moving me around. But I just want to know how you guys are holding up. I know that the time thing, the date thing, and all that's kind of crazy for us on, you know, we don't even know what month it is. I keep thinking sometimes it's still March, but it's April. So we're so confused on days, times, and all that stuff. But this is going to help us as we restructure, right? Because we're in that restructuring. We're in that. Linnell says, check, neck is clicking like crazy with adjustments I'm feeling. Me too. See, I just got one right there. I want this side to go. That's the one that's holding all the pressure. So yeah, we are like, our bodies are releasing pressure within. Maybe that's why I had my fever last night. But it's also about us releasing all that, right? Because I feel like there's a lot of, all right, I'm getting all caught up on my word. Linnell, I think a lot of times we're on the same page, honey. So glad to hear that I'm not alone. You're not. No one is ever alone, right? Sometimes we think we're alone, but there is always somebody out there in this world that is going through something similar to what we are going through. Okay, you are not alone. We are not alone, right? We're all connected. We're all one, right? If we're all one, that means I might be going something similar through what you're going through, or something similar that you might be going through. So it's all good. Amy says, I'm handling this all so much better than I would have in the past. Bravo. I think we're all handling this better than we would have in the past, right? Some of us are and some of us aren't, okay? So let's look at that for a minute, right? Some of us are handling it really well, right? We're doing good. We're raising that vibration. We're doing really well. Then there's some of the other ones that are just still down here and very 3D, very in fear mode. Where's my next paycheck coming from? Where's the food coming from? Worried. All, there's a lot of stuff going on there. So we want you to let go of this lower vibration and kind of raise yourself up into this, because you are being cared for. The universe is caring for us. So we have to remember that everything that's taking place right now is happening for a reason, right? This is like a reset. This is restructuring on many different levels. Our lives, our personal lives, our business lives, on so many different levels. I hope you guys can see them all as I talk about them, because I don't have time to talk about them all. And again, I'm sweating today. It's hot out here today. Belinda says, I am taking lots of naps. Feels like I can't get enough sleep. Sleep is absolutely one of the best things that you can actually do for yourself right now, is take those naps, go to bed, because when we're sleeping, we are getting those downloads that we need to help us move forward, right? And sometimes we just need the rest just so we can catch up, so we can feel good. So it's like now with all of this taking place, we are more in control than we ever have. And sometimes we don't feel like we're in control when we want to take a nap. But there are some days by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I want to take a nap. And I've been up since 6 a.m. and then I'm like, 3 o'clock, I need a little nap. 2-hour nap is something you might need. So don't be afraid to take your naps. Don't be afraid to let yourself get the rest that you need, okay? Whew, okay. Amy says, I have my moments though, but in general, staying positive. It's very important to stay positive. If you find yourself getting in that negative space, they want you to replace it with a positive. Replace it with a positive, okay? This is very important because we recognize it almost immediately when we say it. We're like, oh, that was negative. Maybe I should change that to a positive, because we want to draw more positive into our life. And how do we do that? We do that with our thoughts. So you have to keep your thoughts positive. This will help a lot. Jolie the Ninja, hi. Hi. From Facebook, Valley. Any messages from my mom? Been doing canning and dehydrating and wondering about her. Valley, she's standing right beside you while you're doing that. She is very excited that you're doing this, and I bet you're doing it with all those tomatoes you got last week. So this is awesome. I feel like your mother is right there with you. She's helping you do the canning, and she has another message for you. She's like, this is the right track for you. She's like, you're finally getting, she's showing me, like, I'll have to draw it. Okay. Like, there's these 3 different little paths, right? And you've probably been on this path most of your life. And maybe you've even checked out this path, but apparently the center path is the right one. And she's totally digging that you're on this path right now. And you see how far it's going to take you ahead, right? So I feel like you're finally in the right groove. You're finally going to get this moving on for you. And just let it unfold for you and enjoy what you're doing and everything that you're learning, because I feel like you're learning a lot right now, Valley. I feel like you're learning a lot. Woohoo! Awesome. Linnell says, your chimes remind me of birds. Okay, what birds do they remind you of? I don't see any birds out there right now, but they'll be around. Yesterday, I took a picture of 2 parrots in my front yard on my sunflowers that are growing in my front yard. So the parrots showed up for me yesterday because parrots are about communication, right? They're little things. So they're very chatty and they like to talk. They really like to talk. And so it's about us creating that clear communication. So if you guys are working on that, that'll be fantastic. Communications. Jolie the Ninja, do you have any recommendations for stuff to get the liver back to normal if it's been a bit compromised? I am not a medical profession. I would ask your angels and guides to bring your body back into balance if you so desire. But I feel like you should do some research and talk to a doctor about the liver. And also about the liver, they just want me to mention there's a lot of anger that gets involved in the liver. So if you still have some anger and stuff, release that. I feel like it's very important for you to let that go. So I hope that was helpful. I'm sorry, I'm not a medical intuitive, and I don't claim to be. So, but I will answer your questions the best that I can and what the information they give me. Any message for me? Luce, any messages for you? Yes, let me get back to that in a second. Jolie says, I also have been wondering if my deceased dog, baby Swari, has any messages for me. Oh my God, birds always find me, especially doves and ibises. Thank you. All right, so let's talk about the birds for a minute before I go into your deceased dog. Morning doves, right? You're seeing the morning doves. They're about love and all that stuff. I love that because they show up every morning on my lines over here. And the ibises. Ibises have been showing up, which is really strange for me because normally I have a flock of white ibis that show up, but I've been having a flock of all glossy ibis show up. I'm like, this is kind of strange, but maybe there was more births of the glossy ones this year. But ibises are about healing and magic. So there's lots of healing and magic going on in your life. Now, let me get to your little dog. So your little dog, and I feel like he was kind of little, or he acts little. I'm not sure what kind of dog he was. Let me see. Okay, so your dog, Jolie, your dog, it kind of like runs around your feet as I close my eyes and tap into your dog. It's kind of like running around you, and it's kind of wanting you to stay in place right now. It's kind of like showing me, how do I explain this? Going around in circles, but it's also energy that he's like winding around you. It's like winding. It's like winding all around you. So this energy from your dog is sending in lots of love. And this is also to help you move forward. And have you also got another dog? Because I feel like if you don't have one yet, they're telling me there's another dog on the way. So I hope that will be helpful for you. But they keep showing me the energy going up around your body. Like It kind of reminds me of a Jack Russell because that's what I have. And my little Jack Russell like spins around and does all this loop to loops off the couches and everything. But that's what I feel like the energy feels like. So I hope that's awesome for you. She says, aw, I hope that was helpful, Jolie. Okay, so, oh, you're welcome. Now let me get back up here to Luz. All right, so any messages for me? Sure, let me tap in for you for a second. Whew. Okay, so for you right now, I'm feeling like you're a little off balance, but that's not a bad thing. This is helping you restructure what your balance needs to be. What they're showing me is kind of like, it's kind of funny because they show me you kind of like walking along a fence, and it's like, boop, 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 boop. It's kind of like you doing this balancing act on this. I feel like I'm a gymnast now. Like I'm balancing on this. Yeah, it's the best way I could describe it is that's what you feel like you're doing, but you're finding your balance. You don't like this side so much. You don't like that side so much, but you're going down the path that's right for you. And sooner or later, it's going to become wider so you don't have to keep your balance so much because I feel like you're doing the whole like Nick Wolinda thing, trying to hold the little bar and everything to stay up there. But now it's like you are moving forward and it's almost going to be at fast forward. So whatever thoughts you're thinking are going to pick up and be like, pow, 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 pow. Things are going to happen very quickly for you. So I look forward to seeing what that is for you. And I hope that was helpful for you. All right. So we got some people from Facebook. Hi, Brittany. Good to see you again. Hey, Melissa, I had a moment that felt like I'd been poisoned a few days ago, which is the third time I've had this experience over the last couple years. It comes on out of nowhere. I'm pretty sure it's about intense releasing, but any additional insight is appreciated. Now, let's tap into that, Brittany. That's an interesting one. Let me go there for a minute. Brittany. All right, Brittany. You're not really being poisoned. This is old stuff. This is you releasing stuff that is like poison in your body, if that makes sense. So whether it's a thought, a feeling, something you've been holding on to for a long time and it gets kind of like hidden away. Maybe it gets pushed to the back, right? It gets pushed to the back and then all of a sudden there's some kind of trigger and it brings it right up to the front again. So I think you have to recognize what this is and clear it out, okay? And also praying that we become our healthy souls, right? They also want, since there's lots of health things coming up a little bit here today, they also want you to know that you changing your vibration, talking to your body, restructuring your cells, allowing them to become fully online, reconnecting all strands of DNA, reactivating them is going to help you purge crap out of your body, okay? And I'm not sure how that's going to work, but that's what they're showing me right now. So I'll just go with that because they don't lie to me. So this is what I'm going to go with. Okay, so I hope that will be helpful for you, Brittany. I hope that will be helpful. Look, I'm sweating. You can see the beads of sweat today. So that's how I was telling you how hot this energy is today, okay? You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Okay, another from YouTube, Belinda. Anyone have any messages for my highest and best good? Okay, let's tap in for Belinda. All right. All right, so Belinda, what I'm getting for you is kind of like, you remember those punching bags? And it's not even a punching bag. Remember those toys when we were little and they would blow up and they'd have the weight in the bottom and you could hit it and it would bounce over, but then it would bounce back up again? Well, I don't know how this is pertaining to your life right now, but this is what they just showed me. Every time you get knocked down, you come right back up. Every time you get knocked down, you just bounce right back up. So nothing is going to keep you down. Nothing is going to keep you down. Everything is going to keep you straight up. It doesn't matter who tries to knock you down. Look, I even have goosebumps as I tell you this. No one is going to knock you down. Everything is going to be just fine. They just keep showing me that little, that little plaything that we used to have back in the day. So nothing is going to keep you down, Belinda. You got this. You got this. All right, Taj. Any messages for me as far as my career is concerned? Okay, let me tap into that for a minute. Okay, so Career. This is what I'm getting about your career. Is this your end all be all? This is your like total joy about your job or your career? Because I feel like you're sorting things out. They kind of show me you like swimming around and you're kind of like going, oh, I like this part of it. And I like this part of it. And I like this part of it. And now it's just like they're showing me like you are creating it to be exactly what you want it to be. I don't feel so much concern. I feel like it's more you're creating. So let's use that word from concerned into what you're creating it into be, right? Because when we are concerned about something, we have a little bit of fear. But if we're creating it, right, that's what exactly wants to happen. I feel like with what you're creating in the job, in the career, are you like self-employed? I know you guys can't answer back quickly, but I feel like if you're not self-employed, you're going to be self-employed. And then you're just going to take off and just be like, woo, there you go. I feel like nothing's going to hold you back either. And I can say that for each and every one of you. Nothing is going to hold you back except for yourself and something that you believe in. So, woohoo. Goldylocks says, Pandora's box is actually what we hold inside of us. Now is the time that box opens and releases all the old stuff. All right, let's open it up. We can pretend our head is the top of the Pandora's box, right? And see, it's almost like the Jack in the Box. Everything's just coming out from all the pressure. We're ready to release it, get rid of it, you know? And the old stuff can feel like poison. True, Goldylocks, it really can. And Linnell says, taste it. Taste like it is well. Super nose here. Okay, so then there you go. And Taj, thank you. It sounds positive. That's awesome. Belinda says, knows exactly what this message is about. Thank you. My husband has a negative mouth. Perfect. I'm glad I can tap in and get all these answers for you guys, and especially when I've never even met you. And just energetically, that just shows you how we're connected. It's like Zoom. I just went into wherever you were, you know, so it's fun. This is fun stuff, you know. So exactly. Amy says, not sure if you saw my question. Type it again, Amy, because I don't see it. And I don't want to have to go look for it. Or I can. Hold on. All right, Amy, where are you? Amy, I would love a message from my dog. Okay, now I see it. Okay. All right. So Amy asked, I would also love a message from my dog, Maylee, who passed, if she has one. All right, let me tap into your little poochie. Was your dog a little cuddly little thing? Because it like curls up in your lap, it looks like, even if it wasn't a lap dog, it feels like it should have been a lap dog. Okay, so I feel like it's all cuddly and it kind of like wants to like cuddle your heart. It wants to cuddle up on your chest and stuff. And I feel like there's this total love connection. And you guys already have this connection anyways. She already talks to you. You're just not acknowledging it. So they're turning up the volume so you can start to hear that stuff, because it's important for you to know that you can talk to animals, you can talk to people, you can talk to everybody on the other side. It's our limited beliefs that don't allow us to do that. Woohoo! See, even Linnell's going to jump in here and say, it's always cuddling with you. See how awesome that is? So I hope that was helpful, Amy. But this is also about you guys tapping in and getting more of your abilities online. Listening to your dead relatives, listening to your angels and guides, listening to your past animals. Even if you feel them swipe up against the bottom of your leg like they used to. You know, sometimes I'll see cats and they'll go like in between people's legs and stuff. Or dogs, they'll be like going around like we saw earlier. So this is amazing stuff. When you think of them, they are. That's true. They are, because your animals, your past loved animals, are here as much as they are on the other side, right? There's really only a small separation between here and there. And it's invisible, just like that. You know what I mean? So it's like they're right there. It's like if we could just open up our third eye, we'd be able to see them. We'd be able to feel it. We'd be able to do all that. So again, they want you guys to be working on your third eye this week. So you guys can start to see clearly, See clearly. Remember, 2020 is about seeing clearly, and it's about creating exactly what you want in your lifetime, not what other people want for you in your lifetime. Also about deciphering truth. I'll get to that in a minute. Amy says, I had to rehome her because she bit my son twice. It's good to know she's still connecting with me. Yes. Here's the thing about the dog biting the son twice. Was your son young? And the dog a little bit older, maybe? Yeah, she still connects in with you. No problem. No problem. And she's in a good place now where there's no children. Yeah, the dog was not good with children, not your fault. I also had a dog earlier in my life that was the same way and bit William when he was about 3 or 4 because they just didn't know what he was going to do. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so it may have been the hardest thing you ever had to do, but you gave the dog a good place to live, and it gave you guys the freedom of not having to be in fear that that bite would happen again. So just know that it's all okay. Still loves you to death. Still loves you to death, but understands life circumstances do happen, right? So yes, it was the right decision. Thank you. You're welcome. Linnell says, my mom was like, I think of them all the time. Why aren't they coming into me? I said, Mom, they are. They are there when you think of them. Look wider, baby steps, but forward motion will get you there. Keep going. Yes, keep going with you. Now, exactly. Okay, so when you guys think about something, this even goes for people that are alive, right? Because last week I was thinking about someone I hadn't thought of in a while. And wouldn't you know, the woman called me yesterday or Monday. Maybe it was Monday or yesterday. And so that information went along the wavelengths and reached out to the person that I was thinking about, and then they received it back. So telepathically, we can talk to anybody and everyone, okay? Whether they're here or on the other side, right? Because just like talking to spirit is just like talking to people. We all have those same abilities on the other side as we do here. Just on Earth, they were taken away from us, right? That those those gifts were taken away from us, believing that we don't have them, that we can't do that, right? That's where a lot of that control came from in our lives, whether it's people, parents, whatever, politics, whoever has authority over us, or whoever we believe has authority over us, likes to control us. And we're breaking through of that. We're breaking out of that control. That's why this time in our life, this is really called the Great Awakening. People can see it as the apocalypse, or they could see it as the Great Awakening, right? And it's a great awakening because look at how many people are here are woken up today, that are so woke. And you know another handful of people outside of you that are woke, and then another handful outside of that, and another handful outside of that. So all these people out here are being woke up. And when we wake up, it's time for us to start to stand in that love vibration, right? I always talk about the love vibration. So it's love, people. Love, love, love. And now I want to share something with you funny that happened to me the other day. Okay. And I don't normally pull cards on my show or whatever, because I don't have to. But, you know, I've had lots of free time. So, and I keep my archangel cards right next to where I sit a lot of times, just in case they want to talk to me or whatever. So I was sitting there shuffling the other day on Monday, and I picked out 3. Okay. And then today I'm like, all right, I'll just shuffle them up. And when you know that I shuffled those 3 cards back in there and I pulled them up again. And I feel like it's very important that I actually share these cards today, because I feel like it's very important. So the first one we got, because I'm supposed to be sharing this, is the passion card, right? So are you doing what brings you passion, right? This is for all of us right now. For these 3 same cards to come out 2 days this week, these are very important. So it's time for you to totally be following your passion, right? Okay, and I don't need to tell you what that says, but that's passion in your love life, your career, your friendships, everything, okay? And then the next card, this is a good one. Courage. Have courage to keep moving forward. Have courage to keep doing what you feel is right. Have courage to keep going forward, right? Because fear tries to hold us back, but when we have that courage, we can walk right through it. See, I even have goosebumps as I'm telling you that. So please have courage as we move forward, right? This courage is very important. I don't mean to shake it all on you, but look, courage, okay? Now you guys are going to love this next one, okay? So the third card is victory. We win. Okay, we win. You win, I win, we all win, we win. Ha. And see, even Lank is going, haha, again. Yes, again. So we are going to win, right? With these three things, right? Just these three things right now. I'm going to make sure I'll hold them up the way I'm supposed to. So with these three things, people, we are going to win. We need to have passion. We need to have courage and know that we are going to win. We are going to be victorious, right? Because we all signed up for this life. Woo! We thought, yeah, I want to go to Earth. I want to be part of that great awakening, right? And we didn't know what it was until it actually showed up for us, right? And now it's like, we're here. We're going to do it, and we're going to keep making it happen. That's why it's important for us to keep our thoughts clear, keep our thoughts positive. What are we creating? We are walking through, and kind of like, they kind of showed me as like, spreading the water. I forget which one did that. Maybe Moses spread the water, or whoever walked on water, spread the water. They're showing me we're doing that with fear. We're like walking through it, right? And there's all this fear on the outside, and we're pushing it out of our way. And that's where our courage comes from. So I'm excited to see what you guys need your courage for, and know that you're going to have more passion in your lives, right? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, Linnell said, just pulled 3. Ace of Swords, 10 of Cups, 3 of Cups, smiles all around. Now, that's pretty good. I like that. I don't know what the tarot cards mean very much, but they don't sound bad, so I like that. So if you say it smiles all around, it is. So that's fantastic. See, I love this interaction that we have going on this time. You know what I mean? You guys are throwing in there. So you guys out there, I'm going to ask you guys. This is kind of like, me and my little pop quizzes. So what do you guys see happening in our future? What do you feel is going on right now? Throw your thoughts in the comments over there so we can check them out. But it's about us creating, right? We're still creating in our bubble. We're creating the lives we want to have. We're creating. And as I say that, my heart chakra, blew wide open. So there's a lot of love going out here, people. A lot of love. And there comes the birds. It's all about love. So really, how are you guys doing out there? How are you guys feeling? All right. Strength and force, prosperity and riches. Resolution of the problem. Linnell, that is fantastic. Okay. In case you guys didn't hear that, Linnell's cards mean strength and force, prosperity and riches, resolution of the problem. Yay. Because I feel like we're really not that far away from that. I really don't feel like we're that far away from that. I mean, people out in the, mainstream media and stuff are probably going to keep you, want to keep us locked up for 8 months, 9 months, whatever. I don't feel that, because we as a collective don't want that anymore. We don't want that. We want to be able to move freely. We want to have our rights and our liberties back. We want to stand in our truth, and we want to spread our love, right? And right now, being at home is giving us the time to reflect, get rid of the things that we no longer want in our lives, right? We're going, oh, that thought pattern didn't work for me anymore, so I'm going to get rid of that, or whatever it might be. So it's switching it up so that you can start to create exactly what you want to have on the other side of this, right? And I don't feel like it's that far away. So don't feel like it's that far off. I feel like it's just a matter of time. And right, time is just, time is an illusion. And it's so funny. So they're having me hold cards still, right? I don't know why they want me to do this today, but I'm going to have to validate one out, okay? Okay, so the prosperity card came up on top of that too. And what does prosperity mean for us, right? It means we're manifesting the things that we want to have in our lives, the things that we desire to have in our lives. And it prosperity is also our happiness, right? It's our joy, it's our happiness. And that's very important for us. Someone out there, you might need to clear your throats out. Someone's not out there wanting to speak their truth. So let's clean it out. So you guys can stand in your power and all that fun stuff. All right. So what's happening out there? Let's see if I didn't miss anyone. Lenka said, haha, again. Wow, we win. Yes. Okay. Thanks, Linnell. Strength and full. Yes. Okay. Perfect. I'm all caught up with you guys. If I missed something over there, make sure to type it in again and say, hey, I missed you, and I'll scroll back up and through the chat and see what's there. Let's see what else is shaking in our world. What else would they like to share with you guys today? There's a lot of things that are shifting and changing in our world, and we just need to keep sending more and more love out there, because the love is the most important thing that we have. That's the most important ability. It's the most important magic that we have is love, right? The energy flows where love goes. And I don't know where that came from. I just made that up. So I like it. So you guys remember that. Anyways, they're just having a fun time with you guys today. And we are supposed to be having fun. We are supposed to be laughing. Belinda says, I see us working together more. Absolutely. I see us all working together more. We're going to be more creative about how we move forward. And there's going to be a lot more of co-creations rather than people just creating in themselves. But we will be working together to make this a better place. And you can actually feel that. And you can see it in my goosebumps right there. That the energy is strong for us to do this, right? Because we all signed up. We all signed up to be here at this time in this place to go through everything that we're going through right now. And through this, we are creating something new, right? We're getting rid of all the old and we're creating from new, right? Because all that old stuff, no one made it happy anyways, right? I mean, as a collective, how many people liked working 1, 2, 3 jobs? How many people didn't like, staying at work and not being at home with your families or never having enough time to do any of the things you enjoy? And now you have a lot of times to go, I do enjoy this. I have time now. Let's do this, and the family time is fantastic. I'm learning so much more about my kids now that we're together 24/7 all the time. And I'm learning more about me as well. So that's, I'm going, oh, I can't stand that, or I can handle that a little bit more, or whatever. So, all right. So Linnell says, ooh, the cards that fell out: the Star, Hope, Faith, and Inspiration; 2 of Swords, Balance Force. I like that. 2 of Wands, Mature Individuals, Boldness; 2 of Cups, Love, Friendship, Beginning of Renewed Passion. Boy, Linnell, you're right on the same page with me today, aren't you? So these are wonderful messages. So if you guys are out there and you have your decks of cards, whether it's tarot cards, angel cards, automatic writing, what kind of messages are you guys getting from your loved ones on the other side? From the angels, the guides, God, whoever is talking to you, right? Because we have the ability to talk to all of them. Every single one of them. If you don't believe you do, then start believing you do so you can change that for yourself, okay? Just sharing the space, darling. Thank you for sharing it, girl. I appreciate it. I do. Because you never know what's going to happen, right? It's like one day it could be, okay, like in January when I was, talking 2020, clear vision, and all us psychic people, who saw this coming? Who saw this coming? I feel like we are all blindsided by this in such a way, but we knew somewhere deep down that this was coming, right? But our mind, our human self was like, where did this come from? So now we're just standing in that space, and now it's time for us to create that joy we want to have in our lives as we move forward. So I'm excited. I am. I'm not excited as usual, but I am excited. So, and right now they're changing up the energy again. So whatever's taking place, whatever you guys are releasing, just to allow it to flow from you, allow it to flow out of your body, allow it to flow out of your mind, allow it to flow out of your heart, allow it to flow out of your solar plex, whatever is holding you back, release and allow. Because even if it's something that you still want to have in your life, but you still release it, it doesn't have any more control. It's on the outside of you rather than the inside of you, if that makes sense. So I hope it does. Oh, bottom card, Temperance, harmony, patience, bringing together into perfection. I like that because we would like to have a little bit more perfection in this life, right? And you can see how much energy is coming through me. I can't sit still. I'm rocking and rolling. I'm moving the chair back and forth. Do you guys feel this energy out there? I want to know. Can you guys feel this energy out there? Just raise your hand. Yes. All right, we got claps. So there's something there. Okay, so with all that taking place, right? Let's see, we're in the second week of April. We just had Palm Sunday. We have Good Friday, and we have Easter coming up this weekend. So I remember a few weeks ago, this might have even been a month or so ago now, when someone had asked me about the rising of Jesus, another coming of Jesus. And here's where it's taking place. It's happening inside of each one of us as this Easter Sunday rolls around. The Christ consciousness, right? Because that's what Jesus is the Christ consciousness. That is being instilled in each and every one of us. Stronger than it ever has before, because we're allowing it. And you can see the goosebumps I got going on right there, right? So it's like we are allowing the Christ consciousness to envelop us, to be a part of us, rather than separate, right? We always kept it separate, like Jesus is always over there or over there. No, he is part of us just as we are part of everyone else. So I feel like this coming weekend, through Good Friday and through Easter Sunday and into Monday, there's going to be a higher vibration of the Christ consciousness within everyone. Even if you're having church from home or you're celebrating at home by yourself, it won't matter, because the Christ and the consciousness is going to be expanding whether we're ready or not. And I would have to say that a good majority of the people are ready. There are a few not in this group, but outside of this group that are still suffering a lot. Probably don't see that coming, but they will start to feel it. They're going to start to feel a little differently as this weekend rolls around. Now, I also want to put this out there. If you guys are out there, please spread love. Spread love in every which way that you need to. Spread love, spread love, spread love, spread kindness, help your neighbor, whatever you have to do. Please do not. And if you see people doing this online, because I'm seeing it a lot right now, that they're just stuck in this place of discord, hate. They can't see outside of that. This is something that they had learned. And some of the things that flow in front of me, I send love to that post. I send love to that person that's actually saying those hateful words, because they say that they're a child of God, but they're spewing so much crap. God doesn't spew crap. God spreads love. Okay? So if you're not out there and you see other people out there not spreading love, sprinkle some love on it, please, because we need more of that out there. We need much, much more of that out there. Spreading the love, okay? Linnell's warming up. She needs to pull her hair back as well. I know this is the first time I had to pull my hair back. I did only have it pulled back partially, but then I was like, I'm still too hot. Still too hot. I got to put it all up today. So no flowiness today, but there it is. You know what I mean? So, and the heat is kicking up. And the heat is kicking up so that we can burn this off, right? As they said it was going to be a hot spring and summer, right? And it's hot right now. I bet it's about 80 here now, probably, and maybe even a little hotter. I don't know. I'm not going to look, but that's probably where it's at. So, what else would they like me to share with you guys today? Again, they always want you sharing love, right? Because they're always making me draw hearts and stuff. They want me to do this. Hold on, just do it. We can do that. Okay, so they love adding the hearts inside of hearts and inside of hearts and all that fun stuff. So you just never know what they're going to throw at me sometimes. But they definitely have enough information to keep you going and to help you move forward. Linnell says, I so get ya. Low 50s here. Oh, bird girl. Low 50s, I would be like in a parka with all my hats on and stuff. Valley says, the other side saying to me to share love and happiness because something big is happening. Something huge is happening. This is what we all came to Earth for at this time, is to help change back into a more organic light Earth than a false light Earth, if that makes sense, right? I don't know how much sense that'll make to you all, but we are going back to being more organic. We're going back to our higher selves. We're still going to be in our physical bodies, but we are going to be so much more connected to our higher selves that this is going to be fantastic, right? Because something big is coming, and we just have to sit and wait. Right? We don't even have to do a lot about it. We just have to sit and wait and go, okay. It's kind of like, I tell everyone now, it's like I'm watching a movie from my house, right? I go to the news and I read some of that, and then I'll watch a YouTube video and and then I'm like, I'll put all that stuff together into a story that makes sense for me or help me connect the dots of other things I already understand. But it's like a movie. We are totally in a movie right now, right? Everyone should have little video cameras on. We should be taping everything we're doing, right? Even though they're probably doing that anyways. But anyways, neither here nor there, it doesn't affect us. But it's like we are watching everything unfold in front of us that has never happened before. We are seeing truths that are coming up that we did not believe. And people are having a hard time with some of this, but some of them are like, woo, this is amazing stuff. And other people are like, whoa, have we been having our blinders on for a long time? And now it's like having a Band-Aid, right? It's like they kind of showed me it was like a Band-Aid over your third eye, and they kind of like ripped it off. And with that ripping off is like you are able to see everything so much clearly and so differently now. And Linnell's right. The colors outside are incredible. There's lots of green going on outside my house today. And blue skies. I've noticed the skies have been blue a lot longer. Not as many crisscrosses in the sky. Just natural clouds for the most part. So that's awesome. So things are shifting in so many different levels all the time, right? All the time. They're just everything's changing. It's like we're climbing this ladder, right? And I need to talk about this too, right? Because climbing that ladder, right? We might have people around us that are working with us, and we're climbing that ladder, and we always get to the next level, right? And now we get to that next level, right? And we're like, well, we can't go anymore until our team catches up. So we have to wait for our team to catch up. And I have some friends that always get to the top of the ladder first, and they're like, am I supposed to be doing something else? Or am I supposed to be I'm like, no, you're supposed to be waiting now. You're just supposed to be sitting and waiting for your team to catch up to you, because you're the sprinter. You're like the forger. You go ahead, you see what's going on, and then you have to wait for them to catch up. So if you're still waiting for people to catch up, just know that they will. Amy says, as I said, I'm doing pretty good staying positive. But I do have two people very important to me that are a very high risk. Any advice? Okay. If they're very high risk, right, it's also our thoughts and our feelings that will actually bring it into our body as well. But one of the things that I've learned or talked about this morning with another person that I talked to is, how did that go? Let's see if I can remember the exact way. I don't want to send you down a wrong road. Okay, so we want whatever this is to affect us for the highest and best good, right? Instead of saying that we want this virus to disappear, we want it to act in the highest and best good of everybody, right? A new way to pray. The highest and best good for everybody, right? Rather than just send it away, because it keeps mutating into whatever it is. So we want it to do the highest and best good for everybody. The highest and best good. And I get goosebumps as I say that. So I almost feel like if you guys all say that, it's almost like enforcing that. And then we kind of like, it kind of goes away from us, right? And since Linnell talked about the protection bubble, I'll use that too, right? So I use the protection bubble. I use my pink translucent bubble, like Glenda the Good Witch and the Wizard of Oz. I float around in this, so everywhere I go, we can see out, people can see in. Energy that's negative has to stay outside of this bubble, and only love and stuff are allowed to be absorbed into it. So I bubble up at least 3 times a day. It's as important as breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And sometimes when I get in the car, highways, stores, wherever there might be high concentrations of energy that's not always in love vibration, I use my protection bubble. So your protection bubble will help, and also praying for the highest and best good of everybody. And that's something I just figured out this morning through another friend who did more work in her dreams last night than she did during the day yesterday, and came with me about that new way of praying about this. And I was like, I like it. I'll share it today. So as I get new information, I share it with you always, even if it comes from somebody else. I don't mind sharing other people's information. If they wanted their name shared, I would share that, but they're being anonymous right now, which is okay. When it's important, they will come. Amy says, thank you. That helps. Absolutely, Amy. I'm glad I can be here to help. I'm glad I can be here to help raise that vibration, to help you guys all. Let's all go up together, right? I see us all in this elevator now. Ooh. And we're on our way up. We're going to exactly where we need to go. Linnell says, I do use your heart open while driving. Loved when you shared that about yourself. Thank you. Yes. And I do that still, which is, I'll share that with you guys. So sometimes when I get stopped at a red light, right, and I'll be out there and I will just put my arms up behind my head and allow my heart chakra to be wide open so that it's going out, that energy is going out and touching all the people that are stopped there, right? Because in Sarasota, we have, easily 6 lanes going each way, or 3 lanes going each way in all directions almost sometimes. So you're getting all those people that are in that traffic center right there, that traffic stop or whatever we want to call it, traffic lights, hence, so spreading out and allowing that joy to flow out through you and touching the people that are out there. They might feel like they're running late for work, or they're not going to get home in time, or they're, a lot of people worry about a lot of silly stuff sometimes, and I've been there too. So, but as we learn and go through that, we let go of it. But spreading the heart love, just like I did at the, and I do that everywhere. So good for you, Linnell. Got you with me every time. See, she's even taking me in the car with her. Good girl, Linnell. No wonder I feel so tired sometimes. I'm driving everywhere. You guys are so cool. Yeah, so all this fun stuff is taking place in our lives. Yeah, I giggle too. Yeah, you guys are so cool. So with all the fun that's taking place in our lives, or at least it should be fun, right? Are you guys clearing your space still? Are you guys getting rid of all the unwanted things, energy things that you don't want in your house? Whether it was something that belonged to an ex, something that you just don't want anymore, something you don't desire anymore. Spring cleaning. I have to say that I've been lazy the last 2 weeks. I've just done the basic cleaning. I haven't done my thorough spring cleaning like I want to. I just don't feel it right now. But if you are feeling it, do it. I did a lot of it before this actually started, so I can just lay around a lot. Sometimes I just want to rest. I'm like, I'll just lay around for a couple hours and do nothing. But they want you to start clearing your space. And that clearing your space is also your brain, right? So clear anything out of there that doesn't belong with you anymore, okay? It's important that you guys start doing that. Clearing space, clearing your space, people, places, and things. People, places, and things, All right, so funny. I always have to look at the trash strip numbers just to see if they're significant to me. And there was an 11 on there, so it was significant. It's funny because I pay attention to everything. I mean, literally everything. I turn things upside down. When I look at things now, I look at them like they're a mirror, right? Like, okay, so let's look at, I'll use the prosperity card for a minute. So I look at it this way. Right? And then over here, I'll tear this apart. If there was numbers, I would tear it apart even more, because numbers mean something to me in so many different ways. I can reduce them down to 1. I can add them up to whatever. So it's crazy, but it makes a lot of sense. And it makes a lot of sense for me to put the dots together, right? And then as I'm putting the dots together, I can see how things are going to kind of play out. It's not my job to tell you what those are, because it's your job to kind of find them out for yourselves. I'm not supposed to be an influence. It's for you to figure out on your own. I can help a little bit when you ask questions, but it's not my job to tell you. Does that make sense? Okay, good. I'm glad it does. And we're getting ready to wrap up our show. And yeah, so you guys, I want to share this. Okay, so last week was my 1-year anniversary, right? And a lot of you guys did tap in, and I did give away a free 15-minute reading last week, and that went wonderful. And the nice woman was my first-time listener, so it was meant to be. So that was a lot of fun. And I'm probably going to do that randomly from now on. I feel like I'm just going to be like, all right, we're just going to give away one. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we're supposed to be giving away a little bit, right? And I do that besides just this show. I'll have people that call and I'll just talk to them. It's not all about the money, okay? It's not. That's one of the things we were thought to believe, but it's really not all about the money. The money is nice because we still have rent to pay. We still have bills to pay and stuff like that. But it's also about sharing the love and the joy as well. Okay, and I'm willing to do that. So maybe next week I'll give away another one. Maybe I'll give away one every other week or something like that. I don't know. I'll come up with something. I just make it up as I go along, people. And that's how we're supposed to be doing it. That feels good. Let's try that, right? So they want me to talk to you guys about your abilities a little bit more, okay? So meditation is really good, because I feel like a lot of you are starting to see a lot more in your meditations. Just like when I first started meditating and I was able to finally see one of my guide's eyes for the first time. That's all I saw was an eye, right? That's all I saw. And then I started to see the whole body. So I feel like those are going to start coming through a lot more like that. Woohoo! Linnell says, I won on Monday group. Oh, yay! A few coffees will get you in with the fun group. Hey, maybe I have to start paying for coffee. I totally missed Monday's show. Tosh says, I've been meditating. The more I do it, the better results I get. And that's true. The more that you do it, the better results you'll get. Just like when I first started doing it, the more time you spend doing it, the more you connect in with your higher self, the more that you get the information that you need from your higher self and God and all that. You know what I mean? So it starts to make more sense, right? And then the things that you start to meditate about actually start to make more sense for you too, right? Because it's like, oh, I can see that. That makes sense, or whatever it might be. And then also your dreams too, people, are very important. Your dreams are almost as important as your meditations, if you can remember them. Dream diary. Write them down when you wake up. Because I feel like it's very important for you guys to keep doing that. Because sometimes you guys do more work in your dreams than you do while you're awake. Just like my friend did last night. Good. Start that dream diary. It will really help, because sometimes you guys are off in other galaxies fighting things, or seeing what's happening in Earth and fighting in another dimension. There's a lot of things taking place. And don't think it's all made up, because it's real. This is all real, believe it or not. I'm going to go back to that time when I was with my father. I think it was only like a month or so before he passed. Yes, actually it was. So this was like 20 years ago. So 20 years ago, and it was a couple months before my dad passed, and I was driving in his truck with him, and I'm sitting over there, and back then their side mirrors were really big. They're not as small as they are now. And I was looking into the mirror, and I kind of like zoned out into it, and I started to see this whole like movie unravel within it. And in that movie was me. And I was like, but I'm here. How can I be in there? And then when I came out of it, and I was like, whoa, I was like a Greek goddess. And I looked over at my dad, and I go, is this a dream, or is this real? Is this dream, or is this real? And my father laughed at me, because he didn't believe in any of this stuff at the time. I'm sure now on the other side, he's like, yeah, it was true. But yeah, so we get kind of caught up. What is real? What is not real? Really, it's all real. It's just how we, what we want to do with it. And we only want to deal with the good real stuff now, right? Because some of that bad real stuff, that's the stuff we're getting rid of. All of that dark stuff that's coming up out of the crevices of the earth is all being cleared, so that we can all move forward in a much better, happy earth, right? Because Mother Earth is ascending, we are ascending, everybody's ascending. And it's kind of like Tiffany told me last week. It's kind of like being on the merry-go-round at the park, right? And then all of a sudden it goes so fast, you get whipped right out. Well, if you can't handle the vibration of Mother Earth ascending and your ascension, you're going home. You're going to get spit out. So, with that, more trash trucks. 22 on that one. We got lots of master numbers going on. Linnell says, post a coffee connection. Yeah, post the coffee connection for them so they can sign up for Mondays. I would, but I'm like, Goldylocks or Patreon podcast. He. You're so funny, Linnell. Yeah, if you guys are not a part of the Patreon on Goldylocks on Mondays, she has at least 3 to 4 of us, any of us, and then we're talking on any given subject that we come up with for that week. It's a lot of fun to get, 4 different psychic individuals, spiritual individuals on the screen together and have great conversations. So if you guys want to sign up for coffee, it's only like $3 to get on the Patreon. Starts at $3 and goes up the tiers. So there it is right there. Goldylocks just posted it. So if you guys feel like you want to be a part of that, that's Mondays at 4, which you never know is going to happen. I don't know what they're talking about this week. I didn't sign up for that one, but I may. I don't know yet. I don't know what's going on. So with all of that, you guys are doing fantastic. You guys are doing way better than you ever thought you were. The things are going to keep moving forward, and they're going to be moving forward for our highest and best, because that's what we keep asking for. Yeah, Monday was about shapeshifters. I missed that one. I kind of see that in people. That's a whole other subject. But anyways, that was fun. I bet it was fun. But as we move forward, I'm pulling one last card for you guys today, and look what it is. Spread your wings and fly. It's like we're all standing on the edge of that cliff right now, and we just have to jump. We just have to jump. We can do this. We got this. They want you to know it's time for you to spread your wings and fly. And if your wings have been locked up, it's time to unleash them. Just let them come out. You got this, people. You got this. You got this. Woo-hoo! I'm so excited. Okay, we've wrapped up my hour today. I thank each and every one of you for popping in today and being a part of this marvelous show that we've put together. And I am so, so happy that you guys really were here today, and all the beautiful energy that's been flowing in and out of each and every one of you while we've been doing this. Whether you watch today or in the future, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you next week. Love you.